All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the April 10th, 2025 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. At this time, we'll call the meeting to order and start off with the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Mr. Marsh.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please call the roll.
Chair Schneck,
Here.
Mr. Italiano,
Here.
Mr. Marsh,
Here.
Mr. Martin,
Here.
Mr. Saunders,
Here.
Vice Chair Papsadero, and Mr. Moog are excused, and we have a quorum.
Very good. Is there a motion to accept the documents for this meeting?
So move.
Moved by Saunders, seconded by
Second.
Italiano. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstentions? The documents are accepted. We all received the March 13th meeting minutes. Are there any changes or corrections? There was one page that said Vice Chair Schneck, and it was actually Papsadero. So look for that. And other
I'm going to make you vice chair yet.
It's a coup.
we won't go there yet. Okay, is there a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Moved by Martin, seconded by Marsh. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstentions? The meeting minutes are approved. At this time, if there's anyone in the audience who's going to speak on any of the cases on tonight's agenda, if you could stand up and raise your right hand to take the oath to tell the truth.
Do you swear or affirm that any statement you give this evening will be true to the best of your knowledge?
Thank you. And do we have any changes to the agenda?
We do. So case 4 has been withdrawn, so there'll be no action taken on that one.
Case 4 being the town.
That's PZ 2511.
Okay,
PZ 2491, which is case 5, applicant is requested postponement. We would support that. We need to get some additional information. And the request is to postpone that to the May 8 meeting.
okay.
And then in the packet, the order of the first 3 cases came up differently than the published agenda. So we're going to go by the
Gotcha.
agenda.
That's right. Okay, so if anyone's here for the Towns at Davidson case, we're not hearing that tonight, so you can feel free to leave if you'd like to. I will move to postpone case 5, PZ-24-91 to the May 8th, 2025 P&Z meeting. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Saunders. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstentions?
I'll abstain.
He abstains. And that's postponed. Okay, so we can get into the agenda. So our first case will be PZ-25-8, Alton Place Retail Center, for the approval of a lot split. Staff report.
Thank you. So the highlighted portion is the commercial area, as you're probably aware. In 2024, there was a final development plan and a PD modification that adjusted the setbacks for these buildings. There were two lot splits made previously. This for 2 of the buildings. There's 4 buildings here. These 2 lot splits are to create the parcels for the other 2 buildings that are in this development. They are consistent with the previous approval, and they're consistent with the Alton Place PUD tech or HCD text. Staff recommends approval with 2 conditions listed in the report. Do you have questions about that?
Are there any questions? No questions? Does the applicant want to come up? And tell us your name and address as well. Oh, yeah. There's a little button on it.
Yep. Braydon Putnam, V3 Company, is a design engineer in the project, 550 Polaris Parkway, Westerville, Ohio. Yeah, just proposing a relatively straightforward lot split here. It's in line with the one that we got done last year for the 2 buildings on the end caps. Now we're just proposing to do the inward parts as we go to the construction on this project.
All right, easy enough. Any questions?
When are you gonna start construction?
Next week, I think. Yep, had a pre-con.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone in the audience who would like to speak on this case? All right, then I think we can take a motion. All right, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Italiano. And please call the roll.
Chair Schneck,
Yes.
Mr. Italiano,
Yes.
Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Mr. Saunders,
Yes.
Mr. Marsh.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Okay. So the lot split is approved. And on to our next case.
Now that we're done with them, they can split?
They can. They literally can. All right. Yep. Next case is PZ-25-9, the Red School of Music for, I gotta jump to it, for the approval of a sign variance. Staff report.
Thank you. So this is the site at 4786 Davidson Road. If you remember, this came before you in January for a sign variance for two-post sign versus the monument base. This is the location of the sign. It has been installed. It's 15 feet from the right-of-way. This is a rendering of the sign that has been installed. At the time of the variance request previously in January, the owners did not believe that they were going to need illumination, but they have realized since that the illumination is needed for the winter evening hours. So they were requesting a variance for a light bar to be added to the sign. The code was recently changed to not allow any external illumination, with the exception of halo. However, since the sign has already been made and installed, halo is not really an option without making a new sign. Staff finds that the proposed sign lighting is generally consistent with the spirit and intent of the sign code and will blend with the general character of the surrounding area. Staff finds that the proposed variance is not substantial or detrimental to surrounding property owners. While the code no longer permits the exterior lighting, the proposed lighting option with recent advances in technology is not obtrusive and will provide lighting in a manner consistent with the intent of the code. Based on these findings, staff recommends approval with the following 3 conditions.
All right, are there any questions?
I had a couple. Is the width of the light bar, I mean, is it the full width of the sign, or is it multiple lights, or how is it configured?
So they've proposed a couple different options for the light bar. So I'm not sure if they've decided which one they're going to use yet. That might be a question for the applicant.
Okay. And the way it's configured, the intention is that the light bar will be below the top of the sign, so you won't be able to see the light.
Correct.
Any other questions? All right, is the applicant here? Come on up. State your name and address.
Chelsea Melcher, 4786 Davidson Road.
Okay, anything you'd like to add to what the staff said, or you could answer the question he had too?
Sure. Oh, thank you for presenting for us. And yes, we're hoping to have one long bar as long as it's approved, because we did find that people were missing the driveway, and then the lessons that we have, especially in when daylight savings time happens and it gets dark around 5 o'clock, they were not able to see the sign.
Okay, and I assume you saw the staff's conditions and agreed to those?
Yes.
Excellent. Anything else? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone in the audience who would like to speak on this case? Okay, then on with a motion we go.
I'll move to approve case 2, PZ 25-9, for the sign variance for Red School of Music, with the 3 conditions listed by staff.
Okay, is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Second by Martin. Please call the roll.
Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Mr. Marsh,
Yes.
Mr. Italiano,
Yes.
Mr. Saunders, Chair Schneck.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
All right, so that sign variance is approved.
Music to their ears.
That's right. And on we go.
Put these before the meeting, or are
Got a
these
hot
off the
roll
fly?
tonight.
Everyone's in a mood
Wife will
tonight.
tell you no.
We are on to PZ-25-10, the Hilliard Darby High School weight room for the approval of a conditional use and a level B site plan. Staff report.
Thank you. So the highlighted areas where this addition's going shows here. Here's dimensions. It'll be mostly screened by the building from view from the public right of way. Basic building used for a weight room. Here's some renderings. So 2 motions on this one. Because this is a conditional use, because it's technically an expansion of a conditional use. So it goes from here, a recommendation to council. So on the conditional use, staff finds that the proposed expansion is consistent with the spirit and intent of the code in the S1 district. It's also not in conflict with the general health, safety, and welfare of the public. So based on these findings, recommending approval of that. Motion number 2 is for the level B site plan. This is a minor change to that. Because it's a conditional use, it can't be done as a level A, which would be administrative review, so that's why it's here. Staff finds that the proposed site plan, as proposed, is consistent with the provisions of S1 zoning district, and is harmonious with the surrounding area. And staff recommends approval with that one condition there. Do you have questions about either of those items?
Any questions?
Why is it a conditional use?
Because in most schools, in all our zoning districts, public and private schools are conditional uses,
By definition?
just the way our code is rating. Yep.
Any other questions? Okay, applicant. State your name and address.
Paul Miller with Shore Architects, 230 Braydon Avenue, Dublin, Ohio.
All right, anything you'd like to add?
Nothing in addition, but we're here to answer any questions.
Do we have any questions?
What architectural awards are you anticipating with this particular project?
We will be submitting for our architectural awards.
Their signature project.
This is cutting edge. This is, I can tell.
Thought it would be a heavy lift to get this through.
All right. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to speak to this case?
Anybody from Davidson or Bradley that's against the speak against?
Anyhow, we can take 2 motions, the first being the conditional use. I will move to approve case PZ-25-10, the Hilliard Darby High School weight room, for the approval of a conditional use with the condition listed in the staff report. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Saunders. Please call the roll.
Mr. Martin?
Yes.
Mr. Saunders?
Yes.
Mr. Italiano?
Yes.
Chair Schneck?
Yes.
Wait a minute, Mr. Marsh?
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
I was going to vote even if you didn't ask.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute.
So that'll be forwarded to council, and I will move to approve the same case for the level B site plan with the one condition listed in the staff report. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Marsh. Please call the roll.
Mr. Italiano?
Yes.
Mr. Marsh?
Yes.
Mr. Saunders?
Yes.
Mr. Martin?
Yes.
And Chair Schneck.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
All right, so that is approved. That, I guess, completes our cases for the night. Big hello to Carson Combs, who's watching on YouTube at home.
Boo.
Yeah. And Clark, this is your last meeting. Thank you for all the help you've given us.
Well, this is his last meeting as a staff. He'll be back for regular.
Public comment.
I said, if it's the last thing I'll do, it's getting rid of Clark.
All right. Well, I guess that's it. If
Yep,
there's-
before we close, but thanks for responding about the special meeting, May 22nd. Is that the right day?
Yep, it is.
May 22nd, yeah. So you're aware of this process, that council wanted to see it first, and then it's being referred to the commission, and then commission will make a recommendation to council. We'll be there in June probably, so we had to get that extra meeting. It's going to save us a month, so appreciate you doing that.
Is there a formality to call that meeting, or can we just do it?
That's a good question. I don't have your, do you
I
have?
feel like the
planning?
last special meeting.
we did.
I had to do.
I
Yeah,
think
we
you
did,
had to call it. I think you had to call it so that then we can advertise it. I don't have your rules right in front of me, but I think it's just a simple, chairman can call a special meeting. I don't think you don't need a vote or anything. You can call it by yourself, so.
I call a special meeting at 7 p.m.
He reeks of power.
I do,
Wait a minute, you're supposed to
because I'm not.
bang the gavel, see, you know.
That's right. Okay, I think, yes. And our next meeting is May 8th. With that being said, we can take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved by Martin, seconded by Italiano. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And we're adjourned.
That's a
It's a record. Oh, it's a record. It's a record.